Or is that in the back?
Oh, this studio?
No, the pretty one. Not that that's not pretty. That came out wrong.
Okay, everybody. So what we're talking about is a studio that Tami Goveia sometimes records in. It's not in her house, Amanda. It's actually
Okay.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Hi, everybody. So we
Hi.
like each other. We have conversations pre-show. That sometimes spillage over into the show.
Oh, this studio?
Yeah, this is quiet, Tami. There we go. Wait a second. Hi, this is Wide Harmony Spotlight, and here on JLJ Media, I am JLJ.
Duh.
Yeah, whatever. I'm over myself. But I have we have a full house, 3 lovely ladies who all look lovely. And we're all going to have them talk and tell their opinions because I like women with opinions.
Clearly.
I do. Right. It is Tami Goveia. I'm going to say Tami Goveia. I always say Tami Goveia. We got Amanda Russ over there. And the new Drew Winters, Candice Mack.
Hi. Yes, it's true.
And Candice. All right, everybody. So welcome to the show, everybody. We are here to talk about the week that was. And
wasn't.
It wasn't. The week that wasn't in there. I see you guys too. Hi, Laura B, Jason, Karen. Everybody just come on in. And there's rankings. I don't know where the rankings come from. It just says top fans. So good for you guys. Right now, Kara's number 1 and Jason number 2 and Lars number 3. I don't know how that just started recently, and nobody can explain to me why that's happening, but I love it. Anybody know? You know why? Somebody know why?
No.
Oh, that's why I know why. Okay. Because I don't know everything. I just only know what I know. So kids, make sure you watch us, of course. Like, subscribe, comment. After this is the Bold and the Beautiful, and he's back. Nick Maroney is back, looking good, kissing on Brooke. I'm excited. And then me and Frank Moran's about the week that was in General Hospital in Port Charles. Lots to talk about.
Willow, you're stupid. I just had to get that out. It was bubbling up, and I said it now. Willow, you're stupid.
Oh yeah, we're going to guess. And thank you, Laura B. I was gonna mention that next. Also, if you haven't had a chance, our soap roundtables. We did our first 2 last week. I'm glad you loved it. We did our first 2 last week. Tami Goveia and Frank Moran and Matthew Theall from 10th Floor. The first one. The second one was the girls from Jade's Sunday Shift and Candice Mack. And then coming up, we have 2 more this week on Tuesday and Thursday. Amanda Russ is part of one of them. And then we have one on Monday. So we have 2, one Tuesday and Thursday, and one on Monday the 30th. So you have 3 more coming up with all kinds of, go online, you'll see them all, but Amanda's part of one of them. So I didn't forget about her. I'm mixing up people, mix them all up. So because we see us together all the time. So, but trust me, folks are contacting me, other soap podcasts. So it's like, I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show. So it's going to continue at least through to August. So everybody knows this is the viewpoint of soap podcast hosts. So thanks for the numbers. Thanks for everything. I love it. I'm glad you liked it too, Jason. I'm glad you liked it. And yes, thanks to chats for being complimentary today. Also, watch Voices of Daytime with Miss Tami Goveia. As they're saying in the chat, they love the one with Vincent Irizarry.
Oh, thank you.
She has more. Trust me, she has more.
There's a lot.
Yes, but she also had Mae Quinlan on also. So if you are not even, it don't matter if you're a Bold and Beautiful fan or a tennis fan, it's a good interview. They're cute together. Check out Voices of Daytime with Tami Goveia here on JLJ Media. We got all kinds of stuff going on for you here on this channel. Also, make sure you check out my chocolate twin and see what he says this week about how old I am on Dishing Days. Yes, Dishing Days, 3:00 on their channel. They're great. Aristotle will be on one of the shows this week too for the roundtables. I plucked her out. Yes, I plucked out for a talk. So I'm telling you, I'm talking to everybody. We're switching around. So yes, and your other favorites like Angela Ryan Duncan and Dan Crowder. I got people all in the queue. People are
I like Dan. He's a sweetheart.
I love Dan. So we got people I'm talking to. So don't worry, I'm talking to. So we got people coming. But they're all live. 7 p.m. They're all live. We always have a good time. But yeah, check out Dishing Days and tell them that James, Tami, Amanda, and Candice sent you.
Yes.
Make sure you tell them that. Tell them all that. Is that all church announcements? I think that is. Wait, give me 1 second. Oh, recently watched Tami on the picnic discussion.
Oh,
Awesome.
who mentioned that?
Dolores, my girl Dolores.
Oh,
So what was that?
Dolores. Oh, thank you. We had such a good time. We love that movie so much. And Edward Parati is amazing. Edward Parati is amazing. And he brings so much to the table, literally, as an event planner. So
So you did there, Tami. So you did there. No, Tami, tell them. Okay, so I'll let you tell them, because there's another thing happening at JLJ Media, live shows without me, and one's coming up in July. But tell them, so Some Like a Classic, tell them that.
Right. So Some Like a Classic, we've got an ongoing monthly segment. It's myself and Edward Parati, who's a worldwide known event designer. And we pick a movie, favorite film, that's, kind of what does June represent to us, which was summer, and that's why we pick Picnic. And so we've got a July show coming up that's, going to slant toward, the July 4th kind of theme. And so we talk about the film, and then he talks about how you can throw your own soiree a la the film that we just talked about. So if it's got Sunset Boulevard vibes, how can you throw a kind of Sunset Boulevard vibe, on your budget with what you've got, simplify throwing an event or a party, because that can be really stressful for people. And it doesn't have to be. And community and gathering right now is really important. So that's what the show is about.
It's great, you guys. And I'm happy to have that on JLJ Media. But subscribe to Some Like a Classic. They're also on every streaming service platform, every social media platform. So check them out there too for more stuff. Because also there's other shows on there too besides the live show. But check those out. But Miss Tami Goveia is an asset to JLJ Media. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you, Care Bear, for our first super chat for the day. Y'all are awesome. Tami always says y'all too. Y'all are awesome. Much love. We love you too. And I know you want Santa Barbara. People are already commenting to me already. Candice, Mack.
What? Somebody said something about Santa Barbara.
I have an interview this week with somebody who was on Santa Barbara actually coming up. And I also want to give a shout out to Tony, because Tony Moore snagged a really good get for Beyond the Gates for the interview.
Oh my gosh.
It's coming soon. Just to know that he got a really good get. And Tony deserves it. We love Tony. Me and Tami wouldn't be here with Tony. So I love it. Okay, kids. Yes, and I know Kenneth Clark, you would love it. When Don comes on, you're coming nowhere near here. Sorry, he's all mine. I love you anyway.
And that show will all be in subtitles because we'll be speechless, basically. So you'll just have to read the entire show.
I would probably be the one to be like this. So normal person.
Yes, I'm
like, stop drooling, folks. Like,
I'm like, that's it, kids. I just be. That's it. Okay, let's get started, kids.
It's showtime.
Showtime. So, was it just me when this guy showed up? I was like, so he is the name, which I don't even want to say anymore. I feel like Whoopi Goldberg. I just don't want to say the name anymore. I was going to say Billy Flynn showed up, who I love, and Tami and I think you know him, man. Not man. Candice, you know him? You know him?
Via internet, like Zoom.
Well, Tami and I know who he is. We've interviewed him and stuff. We know him. Great guy. Loved him on Days of Our Lives. Being a fantastic person. But I thought Aristotle. Oh, I said his name.
Do it. Just do it so we can get this drinking game over with.
Okay, Aristotle Dumas.
Here we go.
We could just say AD. Why don't we just say AD?
Okay, AD. Okay, I like that. Okay.
Ari. No,
I like
Ari's a baby. Ari's a kid.
Just call him Art.
All right. No, I like AD. I would do AD because I'm JLJ.
Kane. That's who he is.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, so that's my point, kids. I'm about. Yeah, I know. Okay. How do I phrase this to the ladies? I want to start this off for all of you. There was no clues given to who this guy was, right? There was no clues, no physical clues, no age clues, nothing, right?
Well, Victor knew. I don't know what
There
he
was
was
some
picking up
clues.
on.
And there were some clues about the person, did not want to, wasn't going after the Winters. They
Right.
knew stuff about the Winters family, especially Devon and Lily. That was the clue that set off what some of you guys can't say it, me saying about Drusilla.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay. So my thought, this is my thought. So there was none of that was done. None of that. That's pretty funny. Janaea, that's pretty funny. I was like, for some reason, I thought AD was older.
I always got the older vibe. Well, the name is an older name.
Okay.
When you think of Aristotle, I think Onassis.
Okay.
So I think, older, distinguished. If it's going to be a rival against Victor, I'm picturing someone older.
Right.
So yeah.
That's what I thought too. So I heard the rumors it could be Kane, but people were leaning towards Tucker. I've heard that. A few other people who are older. And I thought, okay, I can see it. And then, or a new person. Paris sounds like you, or maybe somebody just like he's new, older, maybe a brand name we know, but just they come to soaps. Who knows? Billy Flynn comes through. Like, oh, okay. And he's playing Kane Ashby. They're not saying he changed his face. It's like that part I don't mind so much. That part I don't mind so much. But he's shorter and no Australian accent. Which I guess that happens sometimes too. But this was, you had Colin or Tucker. I thought it was somebody older for some reason. So I'm gonna leave it to the ladies to take it over. I'm here for the ride. I'm gonna see what happens. But I'm just kind of like, this is throwing me off. Ladies, take it away.
Well, the whole loss of the accent thing, that's what happened with Jack on General Hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, there were so many differences.
Right. Right.
I can't find the similarity in the character at all.
Me either.
And that's the vibe I'm getting. But you know what gave away the moment I knew it was Billy Flynn? I think it wasn't this week, the week before. It's the first time we saw him watching the monitor.
Yes.
And he's in that, he's in a high chair, leather high back. And the hair, it's like, okay, well, this guy's got awesome hair.
Yeah.
Because it was like perfectly coiffed. That's all we could see. I'm like, this has got to be Billy Flynn.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah. Amanda Russ.
Okay, since I'm new, I'll be honest, I have no idea why this is. I'm so.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting.
I looked it up, but still, I don't have the same reaction because I didn't live through it, right?
Yeah.
But when I was convinced that it was Tucker.
Yeah.
So then, to me, it seemed anticlimactic. But then again, I'm not familiar with this guy that much. I just read up about him, right?
Okay.
So I don't know. Do y'all hate him? Do y'all love him?
No,
Amanda, can I just say, can you turn up your volume a little bit, or is it me?
Wait, say something again, Amanda.
Y'all can't hear me good? Can y'all hear me good?
I hear.
I hear. It's just you don't seem as
just come up a little closer to the mic, Amanda. Come up like
Is that better?
Yes.
Oh, that's better. Yes.
Yes. We're all getting older, so we need hearing.
I need you on top of the microphone.
Well, I did have it.
Hey now.
Because I don't like it right in my face. I'm claustrophobic.
I won't say what they should tell me in the studio all the time. I won't say it on the air, but yeah, get close to the microphone.
Well, I was trying to show my boobs off. Y'all
I know.
Hey, that's a distraction.
That's a distraction too. I mean, either way, I'll take either way, but Tami can't hear you. Your boobs are too loud. They can't hear you.
My boobs were too loud. They were drowning out my voice. I don't know what I think, because I don't know if this guy is horrible or if it's circumstances.
Well, the fans are back and forth. They're like, so there's some people who said a new choose. That's kind of good. You have a new perspective. But you thought it was Tucker, so I like that. You thought older also. Candice Mack. Okay, everybody get ready. You ready? The chat's going wild right now, but let's go ahead, folks. Go ahead.
Here's how you become a detective in the soap industry. Okay. Let's go back to a couple of months ago. See, Young and Russell's be playing with y'all. You have to sometimes listen and look for the clues. They drop the clues when you least expect it. They've been talking about Kane on and off since last year. This is how, because they were talking about the kids, because I think who was it? The Maddie, something was on fire.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
So then, they were talking about Lily when her and Damien was talking and about relationships and all that jazz. Okay.
Totally.
Then Billy Flynn, hi Billy, did a little interview a couple of weeks ago saying that he hopes the fans trust the show and the writing for the character he's going to play. Now, that sounded a little suspicious. We also got to remember, March 23rd, Sally said that she knew the assistant to Dumas. I'll say it. Again, Billy Flynn was very quiet on social media, folks. Okay? All of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. Lily, Winters, they don't want to touch the Winters family. Okay. Who's a character that has connections to this family and doesn't want to hurt this family? Okay, we got to go through it. But also at the same time, remember, I don't know if everybody remembers this, like a couple of weeks, they said he was stepping into a role. They did not say a new role, a new character. They said a role. So it was like, all right, who's friends with Billy and Lily? There's only two people we know, Raul, but we know and somebody else. I wasn't surprised. Let's put it to you this way. I wasn't surprised because this is, I'm sorry, Younger Russells, you've done this 3 times where you build this up.
One question. I have one question because I'm going to forget. I have ADHD. I will forget.
Okay.
Did you expect it to be older though? Like
No.
I agree with them. I was expecting like an older character.
No.
Okay, that's what I was.
Because once they said Billy and Lily and the Winters family, again, I'm thinking like, okay, because I know everybody was like saying again, Drusilla. They were saying Drusilla. Lord knows if it was Drusilla, the whole world would collapse. Well, I mean, it's already collapsed. But while you have to do the whys of who the characters you're saying. Like, why would Tucker do it? Right? Then you start thinking, could it possibly be, Jeremy? Could it be Ashton Locke? You have to fit the pieces into the puzzle. And we know this show likes to do shock value now. I don't know when this started. Young and Russell, you need to stop it. So I was like, okay. I'm seeing Aristotle. I was like, okay, that's Kane. It's Kane. I was like, okay.
So give some backstory for the folks. There's folks in the chat that aren't familiar with the Kane character and his connection to Lily and the Candice.
Okay. So once upon a time, back in the around 2007.
I almost started singing a rap song, and I was like, no.
Once upon a time, long ago. So, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So what happened was Philip Chancellor II. Now, he had died, allegedly. This is back in the day, folks. All of a sudden, we find out he was alive. Well, not alive, but alive. In the form of this guy named, we found out later was Kane. He was faking being Jill's son.
Which is why Lily said to him this week,
right,
this doesn't surprise me. When you first showed up,
you were lying about your identity.
Right. Okay.
Right. So here is this guy impersonating this person, and Catherine and Jill loved him. Billy couldn't stand him. Rightfully so, dude. Anyway, the guy, Kane, aka Philip II, and Lily formed a connection. I'm trying to do the skim notes here. And one thing led to another. They, talked about their age difference, which the clip is actually online. He was 31, she was 19, folks. All right. Needless to say, something happened, and all of a sudden, the real Philip comes out, and everybody finds out Kane is an imposter. Lily was hurt. Neil didn't like that at all.
But did you say that Kane and Billy were at odds from the beginning?
They kind of were.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Philip II and Kane met in Australia because Philip kind of got into some shenanigans. So Kane pretended to be him. It's basically what y'all saw with Damien and Holden.
Yes.
Where Holden pretended to be Damien while Damien was, doing some stuff. Okay.
But why was he there? What was his intention?
Who, Kane?
Yeah, why was he?
Because he was protecting Philip. He came back and everything. It was, to be honest, during that time of Young and Restless, it made no sense. Okay. Because also the other truth was that Philip faked his death because now originally he died drunk driving.
Right.
But Young and Restless decided to do what I think wasn't necessary. Was they had said the reason that Philip II faked his death was because he was gay.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he didn't want to embarrass the family and all that stuff. But Kane went along with it. But Kane also, like everybody who welcomed him into the home, they felt a certain type of way about it because he lied. How could you trust him ever again? Then there were some other things. Lily and him, they were so happy and whatnot. And then he got shot and he died.
Kane did.
Yep.
Did she have kids with him?
Yes, they have Winnie. Well, we like to call them right? Winnie and Nelson.
Twins. Okay.
We like to call the twins Winnie and Nelson. Yeah, but they have twins via Mack, Catherine's granddaughter, who should have gotten some money from Catherine's death. That's another story for another day. Because Lily had cancer. To find out more about Kane, because I feel like you could do a whole Zoom.
Yeah, you should do a video, Candice.
Yeah, we should,
because tag me.
Kane's been on the canvas for obviously a really long time.
Over 20. He was even with Amber from Bold and Beautiful.
Okay. And then
and Lauren.
How did it he died but didn't?
He got shot.
Right.
And the fans brought him back to life.
How did it end between him and Lily? What was the last thing we saw?
I think it was Lily and him were they on the steps? With the baby stroller? They were with I think it was the christening.
Yes. They showed it part of it in the 45th anniversary package or 40th package. They show her run up, Daniel's holding her, and the shots he's laying on the steps.
Yeah.
And she's screaming.
And then the fans brought him back to life.
No, Cosby Show throwback. The real names are Charlie and Maddie. But
I know, but we call them Winnie and Nelson.
They were the twins of Sandra and Elvin. That was so big because of the Mandelas. Yeah. Get your history from Spawn. Get your Black history shit. Yeah, he got shot.
Why is Lily so mad at him? What did he do? How did he
lied about his identity? Yeah. He also she was fighting so hard against the attraction to this person because she was with Daniel. Daniel was like, somebody that really like her young love.
Yeah, young love. Yeah, young love.
Yeah, Kane was that mature, rugged man.
I cannot stand him.
Who?
Daniel.
Oh, that's another story for another day. Because right now,
you know what? Go back to whatever life you were doing because you are really getting on.
You know what?
Stay the course.
Sorry. Anyway,
did Kane cheat on Lily?
Woo!
Yes.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes.
Look, he kissed
Lauren. He kissed Lauren.
Well, anyone's gonna kiss Lauren.
No.
Yeah, that was an accident. I mean, you gotta let that go.
Vortex.
But then let me see. He was with Victoria.
He cheated on Lily with Victoria?
No, it was
Okay.
an emotional connection.
But
Okay.
Kane said Kane came back, cheated on some woman, and had his kid.
No, that was Sam. Yeah. So Juliet, this was the last hurrah for
Oh,
Kane.
Julie, I remember her. Oh yeah.
Yeah, in that sexual harassment story.
Yeah.
Kane got drunk and he had sex. She took advantage of him. And it ended up with a baby named Sam, who also, side note, some of us thought, I'm not going to say I was in this group, but I saw speculations saying that they were going to age Sam, and that's where Billy Flynn was going to come in at. And I was like,
yeah, and I don't want to bring up Dolores. I don't know if we should bring that up. So Daniel Goddard right now, who played Kane, he played Kane.
Yeah.
So if you're watching General Hospital, that the guy who's the new professor, that's Kane.
Yeah.
But they're bringing up
Beastmaster.
Yes, the reason why he's off the show.
So I'll say it.
Allegedly, I would say allegedly.
Just say it.
Because him and Tracy were being paired together.
Yes.
And the storyline when she was writing a story. And I thought it was cute. I thought they looked actually, I was like, I would have never put them together. Like it was like so crazy. But it kind of worked. Allegedly, he didn't want to work with her like that because of looks. That's all I'll say.
You're talking about Beth Maitland?
Yes.
Tracy, okay.
Oh my
Yes.
God, I thought you were gonna say age.
Oh, that too. Allegedly.
Well, I heard it's more about the other thing.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful.
I know. And you're an actor. And
When I walked up and saw her, I was like,
because what happened, I'll say it. Shoot, I'll do it.
Okay, you say
So
it.
what happened was, Lily went off because, she killed, she was a part of the Hillary thing. Okay.
Oh, yes, that's why she went to jail and all that.
She went to jail. She's only one of the few characters that actually served her time, by the way.
Yeah, she went to prison. She went to prison. Yeah,
she went to prison. So while she was gone, they were trying to figure out what to do with Kane. By the way, his parents are oh God, was played by Jeannie Francis and Tristan Rogers. I know.
Shut the front door.
Yeah,
I kid
they
you
were
not.
all wide up. Yep.
It was doing the Young and Restless General Hospital like swap.
Yes.
Okay.
Jeannie Francis. By the way, Jeannie Francis was excellent.
Yeah, she was good.
Everything.
Okay. So, anywho, so there was no parents. Jill was around, and she still, after everything, she still loved Kane, which Billy could not understand at all.
Right.
Then the fact is that you had well, before that, they kind of tiptoe around Hillary and Kane too, but they really just did not know what to do with Kane. So they had him with Brass and Sassy. That's when they were kind of having Charlie and, oh God, what is Victoria's? Like the kids were doing something and it got Victoria and Kane involved, and they were kind of having a little emotional, quote unquote, relationship. Then that didn't work. Then they went ahead. Tracy wanted to rebrand herself, and she was, thinking about ways to do a romantic novel. And her muse was Kane. Yes. So Kane and her became friends. Let me say that again for the people in the back. They were friends. He helped her. She was like, rediscovering herself. She started having fantasies about him.
It was Maddie and Reed.
Maddie and Reed. Thank you. Dang, I totally forgot about. Sorry, Young and Russell.
The oldest son.
I know. I'm sorry. Maybe if they that could have been Billy. No, you know what? Let it go, Candice. Anyway, so they were doing all of that, and Beth Maitland was promoting, saying how cute is Tracy and Kane? Would you guys like to see more of that? Amelia Heinley was promoting Vane, Victoria and Kane. So this was kind of an interesting dynamic for Kane because he was going to be involved either with Victoria, meaning, Victor Newman would be down his neck. Then you have Jack Abbott, even Billy and them was asking like, what's going on? What's going on? And then they stopped the storyline.
Like G said in chat, Jeannie, I think it's a mixture. They said the fans did not want Kane with Tracy, now a larger woman. I did not have a problem with that. I didn't either. I didn't either.
But
I thought it was kind of cute, actually. It oddly worked. But I'd heard allegedly that he didn't want that for the same reason. That's what
And
I
also heard there were so many things that it was because people were so like illing it. I'll be honest, a lot of people was illing it
It
because
was weird at first. It was like, oh, okay.
it was weird, but it wasn't weird because okay. I compared this to Gone Light. Y'all know that's my soap with Ashley and Coop.
Okay.
Ashley was a plus size woman, and Coop was just straight narrow. Shout out to John Driscoll. But I didn't see on Days of Our Lives, Nancy and Craig. I didn't see a problem with that.
1 second. Thank you, Dolores, for your super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Dolores.
So
Thank
much. Keep them
you.
coming.
Yeah, but also Nancy with Patricia Darbo and Craig.
Right. I mean, Sally and Clark. I mean, but
Clark.
I saw people saying, "Ew, it'd be too ill because Tracy is Lily's godmother." And
Right.
you know how many mothers and daughters share the man? How many?
Yeah, hello.
I mean,
Abby
seriously.
and Ashley share several men. Hello. They all really hello.
Right. You know how many fathers and sons been sharing the same woman? Cousins
Yeah.
been sharing. Like, come on now. I didn't appreciate that. So yeah, they dropped the story.
Okay.
And then, well, then there was a video of.
I'm saying allegedly. I don't get in trouble. I'm saying allegedly.
Well, no, this I can't.
It's out there. I'm saying it's out there. I'm still saying allegedly.
Allegedly, and then there was, when Daniel left, he said without the Neil Winters and all of them, there's no story for Kane.
Yeah. Also, Epiphany and Milo on GH.
Yeah, and what was it? Amy and
she liked Ryan Pavey's character.
Yeah, Nathan. Yeah.
Nathan. Yeah.
But
Okay.
anyway,
Well, so Daniel was Lily's kind of first love, kind
or was
of.
it was Kevin? Was Kevin first, or was it Daniel?
Kevin gave her STD.
Kevin gave her an STD when they were teenagers, and then Daniel.
And then they did Billy. They did do Lily and Billy for a split second,
right?
When it was for split second, and then Daniel. Because the show wanted the Romeo and Juliet minus the suicide part of the show.
Okay.
Hi, Brandon Larkins. Hello, Brandon Larkins.
Hey, Brandon.
So is Kane the one that kind of she can't get out of her system? Like this is not
Kane
a
drove her crazy,
right?
Kane drove her crazy, literally crazy.
So he was never really good for her.
I don't think so.
It depends. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. Kane cheated, Lily cheated.
Yes.
They both had that. The big problem was the age, which they did address. He said, I'm 31, you're 19 years old. And she was like, I'm supposed to be with boys my age and not like you.
There's no age difference now.
Right. Well,
there's none of that now. It's so weird.
Well, it's kind of funny because
twice. Yeah, I guess she married him twice.
Well, married him twice. Okay.
I'm gonna say this: it's different on soaps for a guy.
Oh, for sure.
With a woman, because that was another thing regarding the Tracy and Kane thing that everybody was talking about. She's the older woman; he's the younger man. It shouldn't work.
Okay.
So
yeah, but I think she was hallucinating when he was dead. Yep. There's a whole story.
Then, then we found out it was a twin. Like Lily was going crazy because of Kane's twin while Kane was dead. And Tami, I will give you the whole playlist because it's just too long.
That's good. I just Amanda, folks in the chat. I knew that Kane had been on and off the canvas for a really long time. I just didn't know what his dynamic was with Victor, well, Billy in particular. Because Billy now is a big part of this story, and so
Billy doesn't like the fact that Jill gave attention.
Chance too, and Chance is part of it also.
Yeah, well,
they did bring up Chance. That's right, and they brought up the fact that he's a cop. Why is that a problem for Kane?
Because Kane sometimes got in trouble with the law, and Colin, his father, scam money, scam Jill. Child.
God, I would love for Jill to come back for like a Zoom or something.
I would love to see, to be honest, that's actually probably one of the things I do want to see.
Yeah.
Is Jill's reaction to Kane returning.
Yeah, totally.
But I also want to know. I mean,
the Zoom where she's at her ranch.
Hey, look,
Okay.
look. Just Walton wanted me to tell you she can do whatever she wants. She's been in the game for a
Absolutely.
long time, and she can sit back and chill while she collects her paycheck.
Just show us your beautiful face and give us
Right,
your
just like
chill energy.
like
Her
Kane,
backgrounds
like
are amazing, right? She always has like the fanciest chair.
She
Yeah.
does.
Like,
That's
look
all
at
they.
this.
Yeah.
that's the one time the green screen works for
The
Young and the
rawhide
Restless.
chair in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, she had like a whole rawhide chair. Yeah.
Okay.
Ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
Jill,
like him
and
and Billy.
then Jill married Kane's dad, which was Tristan Rogers, Colin. So, but wasn't also Ted Shackelford also Colin for a minute?
No, Ted was Ted. Wait a minute. Ted was.
They've had Joan Van Ark on the show. They've had Ted Shackelford. They've always been on the show.
I want to say, wasn't Ted what you call his dad?
Yeah, whose dad? Folks in the chat. Whose dad was he?
Okay, wait a minute. Michael Gross played Michael's dad.
Oh, right. Michael said yes.
By the way, happy belated birthday, Michael and
Yes.
Meredith.
But so here's a little
Na, na, na.
question for you. The show Family Ties, Meredith Baxter Burney and Michael Gross had the same birthday.
Oh,
And they
how
became a
funny.
married couple. So
And
this is both their birthdays.
And both are Young and the Restless alums.
Right, they both are. She played a lesbian.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, because she's in real life now, apparently. So there you go. Jeffrey was Gloria's husband. That's right. He was Jeffrey.
Yes.
I loved him. I love Jeffrey and Gloria. That's right. Ted Shackelford was on there too. Looking good. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You can get everybody from Knots Landing. By the way, side note, check out the Knots Landing after show here on JLJ Media.
Thank you. It's one of my top shows here. It's in the top 10 right now. Top shows here.
There was a question in the chat and someone answered it. I just want to confirm. Does Kane and Diane know each other?
Duquesne.
Okay.
That was my lighting company in Pittsburgh, Duquesne.
Duquesne? Oh.
Duquesne Light, everybody. Thank
And
you.
someone in the chat said no, they've never met. But is that true?
No, because she was gone for all those years.
Yeah, I had to remember. I had to go back to the Mara West years for a minute there.
Oh, that's right. She played Diane for a second. I hated that.
Right. So I had to go when they both were on Canvas, but they did not cross paths.
Okay. So Jack obviously knows Kane, but Diane doesn't. So that'll be interesting. Like, well, let me tell you about what happened.
I'm just curious about you got some chancellors running around stuff. So we got Chance.
Mm-hmm.
We got and just by way of the household, you got Esther, Chloe. She's on the camera still.
Woo! Wait till Chloe finds out Kane's back.
Oh,
Chloe and Kane had a bit too.
Okay.
They have history.
They have history too.
Okay.
Oh, there. So it's all of that kind of the whole chancellor, all that side of things. I am curious, but then of course he does have the Winters connection, obviously.
Yeah.
It's married to them. So I think now, what's his name? Devon's like, okay, I can see him, but he kept asking for Abby. He said it several times.
Yeah.
What's that?
That was the question I was gonna ask.
He asked for Abby. Where's Abby? Where's Abby? Where's your wife? Where's Abby?
Yeah. Where's Abby?
He was not happy that she wasn't there.
But they show up this week, obviously. They show up with Kane and everybody.
Yeah, apparently everybody's coming to town now.
I love it. I love umbrella stories. But today was yes. Go ahead.
Awkward silence.
But
Good, Tami.
Dead air.
When they were in the maze, I was starting to get vertigo. I was like, I'm getting nauseous. Like, get the F out of the maze, please.
Okay.
Damien's like, I'm freaking out right now.
Oh my God. I felt
set these things on fire.
I love
get out of here.
I love that he had that. And that Phyllis started to freak out too. Here's the thing.
But you have to Devon's expression as Damien's freaking out.
I know.
He was having none of it.
Exactly. Because Lily was like, "You're okay." He was like, "Oh."
I was laughing out loud.
Me too. I gotta say this, folks. I'll give them points this week. They did unveil it in a very cool way, where every day was groups of people. And I have to say, kids, that train setup is the bomb. Diggity. That train car is the bomb.
I'll give it to Young and the Restless this week.
One-way ticket. I'm there.
Right. Oh, seriously. I love this train setup. I love the little garden. I love the maze. It looks really good. I was like,
Yeah.
there's like when they had the Tria wedding over in Italy, they stepped up. They
Yeah.
totally stepped up. And
It
the
had
art,
that European, we are not in we're not in Kansas anymore, you know, and we're not in Genoa City anymore.
right. All the plates, the tables, the chairs, the flowers. I really do believe we were there.
Mhm.
I have to say, I really do believe we were there, and I have to give. So I want to give them props. I don't want to be negative about the show because we do like the show. I just want to say the art department, great job.
Great
And
job.
everybody kind of agrees. I know they're agreeing about the train set. The train set was the bomb. I want to ride it.
This was the first
Right?
time it felt like
I want to ride it too.
Right?
ride it. Like even with them doing the extended promo, they was like this summer on the Young and the Restless.
Nice.
When was the last time we had like a quote unquote, even though it wasn't a summer preview, but we got like maybe a summer sweet promo a little bit there. Because there was two of them. There was the one that everybody saw on TV, and then there was the one on Young YNR Insider, which also gave you behind the scenes stuff.
Right, so.
I agree. This was, let me swallow my pride a little bit. This was by far the best Young and the Restless has done so far this year. You know, I'm going to try to, but
everybody in chat loves the train. And they love the
and we have to give it up for the wardrobe people too.
Yes.
Even seeing Kyle in all cream was oh my gosh, like they're not literally, they're not in Genoa City, they're not in that attire there. It's a summer European vibe, you know. Audra, everybody was just dressing for the occasion. And wardrobe just nailed it all. So kudos to them.
I agree.
Yes. Oh yeah, Phyllis was brought in because of Amanda. That's the whole point. She knows Kane.
Yeah.
She knows Kane. She's in there. And meanwhile, everybody's laughing. It was like, but yeah, Devon's face was not. He was just like, ugh.
You know what? I feel sorry for Damien because I'm claustrophobic. So I get that. After like 5 minutes and we still can't get out, I'm gonna start freaking out. I'm gonna be like, someone needs to get me out because I'm gonna freak out.
The opening shot of Nice was beautiful too. Yes, they did an opening. They did a whole flyover thing was beautiful. They're like, yes, they agree with you, Candice. The promos looked fabulous. Yeah. Florida was freaking amazing. I'm not gonna read what you said, Tony. That's nasty. It's a family show.
All I know is I want to say this is that Nikki. See, some of you guys, I saw the comments. Nikki. Wait, I got to see what he said now.
I can't. I'm not gonna read it out loud.
Don't read it.
And then they showed the whole end credits on Friday. Yes, they do. But Laura says, I'm just saying I have vertigo.
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay. So I just walked through the hedge. Okay, girl, I'm gonna get my hair all messed up walking through those hedges.
I mean, Joshua Morrow looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, and shout out to Michelle Stafford because she.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
That first outfit when she came off the train, it was a pants outfit. I thought it was pants. She's so tall and just so lanky. It's like, oh my God. I was like, wow, there you go, girl. She walked in by herself at the end of that one episode. She's like, okay. She's like walking around. And then later, the other outfit later, you're right. We saw people in different kinds of outfits for a change. They were outside of like suits for the boardroom or they're in, I don't know, just like Sally Spencer.
He looked good too.
Sally didn't look that good to me. She could look better. I think Sally, they do a lot of chances.
I agree. I put her in borderline.
There's no stab. You can take chances with her. And they're not, they didn't take chances with her. She wore like a little doily thing that one time for the cocktail hour. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, I just think that with Sally, you can do all kinds of looks for her and she can get away with it. I just didn't it didn't grab me as much. The gentleman looked good. When Kyle, to go to Tammy's thing, when Kyle came out with the sweater, that's so rich boy summer.
Totally.
I agree with you. And yeah, Nick looked great with that nice little shirt and some slacks, whatever. He looked good.
Yeah. I have to say, and I'm sure, I don't know if this crossed the minds in the ladies' brains, but you're in this maze. You're doing a lot of walking.
Okay, like
so
Nikki.
I went straight
like
for
Nikki.
What shoes are these women wearing? And a lot of them had the espadrille, like the wedges.
Wedgies,
yeah. Like, okay, I am on board. And they were gorgeous shoes, like gorgeous shoes.
Except for Nikki. Remember, Nikki got tired. She had today.
Yeah, but no, they
He's like,
didn't go through the maze. They just delivered Nikki and Victor.
no, remember they were in the.
Victor is too good to go
No,
through that
No,
damn
no,
maze.
she
Nikki
was in
was
the
gonna
maze
walk.
for a
She
while. They just deliver. She was in the maze for a while.
Yeah.
Where she said, he said, I'm tired. And she sat her ass down on that bench and was rubbing her shoes. She didn't take her shoes off. She was rubbing her shoes. And they're like a little bit of heel. I started laughing. I go, yeah, girl, you're worried. I was thinking, yo, you're worried.
Victor said though. It was what Victor said. He was like, "Are you okay, baby?"
Baby, you okay, baby? I was
You
like,
could tell. You could. I'm gonna be honest. There were some moments during this week where I was like, "Okay, is Eric Braden, Joshua Morrow ad-libbing?" Because
they had the best. They had the best time. They were having the best time. Oh my
I
god!
was like, that was an ad. I don't for me. I was like, that wasn't in the script.
Well, when Billy goes, well, when Jason Thompson goes, you have any jokes? Richard goes, yeah, I'm just looking at one. I laughed so.
I was on the floor. I was like,
he was having the best. He was laughing. He was having a good time. He didn't care about these people. He don't care about these people. Yeah,
that's why I said. I think, in all honesty, I think that one was like an ad lib because take a look at Joshua Morrow. He was trying so hard not to break.
I know.
There was a moment when it's Nick and Phyllis.
Oh, Phyllis.
Yeah. Phyllis is like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I can take care of myself, but I'm glad you're here. And Nick, and I don't know if this was improvised, but he said, yeah, you do give off that vibe.
Yeah, another part when homegirl took Lily to see Kane, and all of a sudden Phyllis is looking around, and all of a sudden Samantha's like, yes, and she's like, oh, hi. I couldn't stop laughing. It was just like, because she's so tall compared to everybody else, it made me laugh. Just made me laugh. She's like,
when Amanda like physically put her hands on Phyllis, she's like,
she's like, that for me.
I was laughing.
Oh my god! Phyllis said to Billy, "Is it bring a boo to work day?" That was funny. That was funny too. I mean, there's so many funny lines, but I could tell Eric Bray was having a good time. Oh, he was having a good. He was just like singing stuff out to everybody.
Sharon over there looking jealous.
Can I tell you an actor faux pas moment? This was when Billy's at the bar because he kind of was the bartender for people.
Right.
Yeah. And I think he was fixing someone a cocktail, and he took this bottle and he was trying to get the cork off, and Jason wasn't looking at the bottle. He was just in the scene, Billy
looking at everybody else,
and he's like trying to get the cork off, and then he realizes, oh, it's a screw top.
That was funny.
He just unscrewed it. I was laughing out loud.
But he did that look too. He had that look. He had that look like he was doing that, and then he kind of did like a pause, like, and trying to keep within the scene, where making sure nobody really noticed. He's like,
okay, everybody, 1 second. I hate doing this. I hate having to admonish people in the chat. Care Bear. The major part of the week was these scenes, was this storyline. I've seen you say it 3 or 4 times already in this chat. We're going to talk about Tariah in a second. We're going to get there. But right now, we're talking about these scenes. The show is not over yet. I hate having to do that. But it's like, I don't need you saying over and over again in the chat room. Like, we're going to get to it. We know how to do our own show. We're going to get there. Okay. Back to this thing. So I just thought, I love that each day it was a different group. Each had their own things. The Audra, so now the fragrance, she brought the fragrance with her. And now they show the scenes for this week with Claire and Holden.
Claire looked rugged.
I mean,
she's going through her, her dad's in the hospital.
And she looked ready. Well, she looked ready.
Yeah, she looked tired and ready for some martinis or.
Is that what we're calling it?
Mm-hmm. She wants some Holden. She wants.
This is only saving grace for this show for this character.
I know, but there's no cell service. We have no cell service out there. No cell service, so you can't get anything. I love that. That's like good. So, but do you think is Kyle playing Audra now, or is he actually kind of like looking at her again? He's a man, so I think
Diane knows her son.
Yeah.
Jack's all, we have to trust our son. And Diane's all, no, we don't. Because he thinks he's in control and he's not. And she's right. He's delusional.
Yeah, like
know.
Kyle's in just Kyle. Like he thinks he's in control, but he's not.
I think he's not
And
controlling it. I agree.
I was surprised she let him smell the perfume. I was surprised because she's like supposedly this big secret, right?
Right.
But yeah, like how can you? It would be real hard to tell her no. So in this case,
couldn't say no.
to be honest, he deserves what he gets because he keeps putting himself in that situation.
Right.
He could have just said no.
I know. And Diane, her and Audra for that little second at the table. Audra ain't backing down. I'm like, and you.
And Audra's gonna lose Nate.
Right, she is.
They can hire me though. I'm available.
I volunteer as tribute. No, the thing is, Audra's not backing down, and Diane's thinking, I've had women like you for breakfast. That's what she's thinking, I can handle you. But it's like, but Audra's not backing down. But she even said, it does smell good. Even Diane said it does smell good.
So is perfume kind of the thing now? We got YNR, we got
Well, now I heard a rumor. Dude, a rumor that it's going to actually be Daphne is the one. It's going to be both shows. That's why I heard a rumor. I don't know if that's true.
Wow.
Because it's too much of a coincidence, the whole perfume thing.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I guess why they've done like on both shows in the lab on both shows. I mean, like, why not?
She needs to get some action, Jane.
Good.
Okay, she needs some action.
Can we just say thank you to the 70 people in the chat?
Oh my God! Yes. Oh my God! Yes.
Hi guys.
Thank you.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
You guys are talking. 72 people. Thank you. So, I mean, this is early in the morning for some of us. I am very proud of you guys. Thank you. We appreciate you. Kyle got the look of lust for Audra. And great show.
But he's going to, if he does something, that's $5 million, right? Isn't that $5 million?
Yes, right, yes.
So yeah, Kyle, I know you want to tap that, but just think about your bank account, okay?
I mean,
and you know what? His girl is gorgeous.
Right.
Yeah.
So
like, what are you
relevant?
Doing? So is Audra.
Like it's not like he's lonely and alone.
You know what?
It don't matter. I'm the man on the panel. I'll tell you what's going on.
It doesn't matter.
We think with our dicks, and we want to conquer everything that's in front of us. And we can't help ourselves. That's what we just want to do. We want to bang her, him, whoever it is, because we can. It's all power, Amanda. It's all power.
All right.
Well, I didn't say I didn't want to do that.
let me ask the panel this question. I have a question for the panel.
I mean, Audra's hot. Claire, they're all hot. Sorry.
I was going to say, I have a question for the panel and also everybody in the chat. Who do you think is going to cheat first, Kyle or Claire?
Claire.
Ooh.
Tami, I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, America.
I'll be surprised.
I said Claire for two very good reasons. One, let's go back. Her and Holden, there was something there.
Oh, always.
There was a spark there. Two,
hello.
She's emotionally.
Have you seen him?
I mean, he's cute. He is cute. I want to say this. Claire is in a state of emotions right now. She's trying to connect to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend doesn't have what? Cell service.
But you know what? Come on, Candy Poo. The bottom line is Miss Claire doesn't have any sexual history with anybody.
I mean,
she's a kid in a candy store right now.
Oh yeah, no, she wants some milk chocolate. I know that.
She loves Kyle, but come on, Holden's energy. There's gonna be that natural curiosity.
Man, I'm gonna hurt you. I heard you.
Come on, Candice, don't you stop.
And when the chat's all like, they're all saying drunk sex. They're all saying Claire's making a mistake because she has no history. Right? She has no history. She has no.
And she does not know how to handle her alcohol.
No.
And before anybody says it, and I know what somebody's gonna say, if Holden and Claire have sex and Claire is drunk, that's him taking advantage of her. Hold up, wait a minute. If Claire gives the okay and goes for it and gives the consent, guess what? Rolling that out. I saw some of you guys already saying on social media. No. Claire is going to be the one, and then she's going to feel guilty. And see, Victor, you might want to start looking at your granddaughter because she a little sneaky too.
So Josiah says, I think Claire's going to bring out her inner Jordan. Don't forget, she was raised by somebody. You don't know what.
Okay, I let that go. I let it go.
But Tony goes, Claire, one reason, he fine.
I mean, she wants, again, milk duds. She wants that caramel milk duds.
Why not? I'm like, why not? I'm like, why not? I mean,
if you're watching this, can you sponsor the show so we can get some free
milk duds sponsor the show? That's hilarious.
You know, the movies are coming out, and I do want some milk duds, but I don't want to pay like $7 for a box.
No, Claire's trying the candy sample pack.
Yes, I was about to say
it's only natural.
Vanilla bean.
I understand.
Healthy and natural.
I totally understand, kids.
Now, here's the thing about Audra and Kyle. I think Kyle's going to call Audra out on her little game. He's going to figure he knows Audra because again, this show has done Kyle and Audra, so Kyle knows how she operates. Here's what I do think though, James, can you move your head a little bit so we can see? That is who I think Audra's next target is.
Yeah, cha-ching.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's why she's there.
Yeah,
because she's like, I'm like, Audra, like, please, young adults, I don't ask for much in life from you. Well, I do. This has got to be soapy in order for it to happen. Like, Audra she is a vixen. I need that energy. But at the same time, I mean, her and Nate, look, I love them together.
I love them together.
I think, but it is getting a little dull. It is a little dull right now. But I need for her to be that girl and kind of just be like, shimmy a little bit. Because I don't think they're going to jump right into Kane and Lily.
No, I don't think so either.
I mean, look, if they do, and look, oh God, I don't trust it. I don't trust the writing for and by the way, they did say this, the rebranding of Kane Ashby. Yes. Meaning this is going to be a whole new Kane, obviously, because of who's playing. And shout out to Billy for doing his research on the character. But I don't, as much as we're praising Young and the Restless, I'm sorry, I don't trust this.
Yes.
Okay. I like Damien and Lily. I like
Lily and Damien too on Astroworld Turns. Yep, when they was on Astroworld Turns. Yep, sure enough did. I love that.
Bird and Paul Sagante. That's right. I love them too. Okay, I got to steer the show. Okay, because I mean, I swear to God, I will get tar and feather. We don't talk about this. So the last 15 minutes, one little small tidbit. We had Danny and Christine back.
Hey,
was left they made back and forth a little bit. I don't care about them, so they're back. Okay.
Boring.
Uncle Damien looks
boring. Get engaged. Don't go on your tour.
Yeah. Bye-bye. I don't know that. Okay. So the other big story was Mariah breaking up or separating. Mariah separating. And showing Michael Swan, who is an Astroworld Turns alum, I just love him, is Duncan McKechnie. Who was with Tamara Tooney for years. They were married on the show. That was the whole thing. One of the first interracial relationships. I like them. They were good. This storyline's dumb. I'm going to just do my little 2 cents. I think it's dumb. I don't accept it. If you were in my Zoom yesterday, I went off about it. I think it's the most dumbest thing on earth because we don't get anything good. The optics are horrible. We get nothing good from them. We haven't seen any of that whole baby adoption. We haven't got to see all off screen. But the baby has an ear issue or whatever. It was all off screen. Everything's off screen except somebody kissed a man. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. She kissed some creepy old man at that. She can't tell her wife that she kissed a man. They've been through so much together. I think it's the dumbest storyline they're throwing at us. And I can't get into it because I think it's dumb. So
and clearly they're steering Tessa toward Daniel.
Towards Daniel. Yeah. That's insulting.
That's been the whole purpose since the beginning of this year. Well, okay, let me just say this. If anybody is really watching Young and the Restless, you may have noticed they start a new story when they finish up the other story. Like the Alan Martin story was ending, and then this story was going on while the Dumas storyline was going on. early in the year, there was an interview with Josh where he said Daniel's new love interest, question mark, and said about Tessa. Now, we were all trying to figure out how could this happen? What's going on? Then you insert that Mariah and creepy guy who could have played Tucker, who actually could have played Sharon's dad too. You know what? Okay, let it go, Candice.
There you go.
You have it where there's a flashback and automatically creepy vibes.
Right.
You think about Mariah and her PTSD. But when you go ahead and you now have them break up, and when she said, I came up with a schedule for visitation and everything, I'm like, say what? You have not told us this story in a good solid 8 weeks. You started, then 3 weeks went by. Started it, 2 weeks went. Yes, I've been calculating and whatnot. And I'm thinking to myself, and if you're All My Children fan, you may get this reference. If not, I'll explain it. It's giving me Zach, Reese, and Bianca.
Yeah.
Because Reese and Bianca was a happy couple, and then Reese
First
slept
gay
with Zach.
marriage of lesbians on television.
Right. Who played by Thorsten Kaye and
Correct.
Tamara Braun and Eden Regal. By the way, it's been 25 years since Bianca came out on All My Children. You're giving me this vibe. But at the same time, I was thinking, okay, if this is going to have Tessa and Daniel do something, I'm sorry, I'm offended. Point blank, period. I'm offended with this storyline. I do not see, and shout out to Cams because she said, "Oh, I know what the secret is." Cams, I love you, girl. I do. You don't know. You're just going along with what they tell you each and every day with the script. Because Josh, I'm gonna be honest, you don't even have a clue because you're piling up too much. Like, okay, 1 minute, Tessa and Daniel are like la da 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 la da da with their guitar. Mariah's dealing with her mother and everything. Then Mariah, has a setback. And now all of this, you're breaking them up. I said this a couple of years ago. I said Young and Restless is going to do something to break them up. I was hoping to be wrong. And you choose this month to do it?
So
shame on you.
people in the chat are saying that Mariah killed this dude.
Okay, but here's the thing. All right. So what? Okay, because already it was already said that this is worse than a one night stand. Okay.
I can't think of what it is. Like, what could it be worse?
Right. If it's worse than a one night stand, okay, just tell your wife you killed somebody. Right. She will understand.
Yeah.
But you went ahead and you're like, and in the creepy flashbacks, you have her giggling because she's drunk. Yeah. She's all leaning in like, and everything. I'm like, dude, are you thinking that this is Ian? Are you trying to rectify what happened?
Right.
Like, this to me makes no sense. And then you're going to disconnect from your wife and your child. That's what's irking me even more is that you're disconnecting yourself and your like, child, please.
Yeah, the whole thing is dumb. It's completely dumb.
Shout out to Kate and Cams for the acting, but it sucks.
To me, I don't even praise that. I'm sorry. We know they can act, so I don't praise that. They can act.
No, but I mean, when I say that, I mean, like, again, we talk about when you have good actors who can sell, best.
Right.
I can't even say spinning it because to me, because I know a lot of people said this was by far, with the scene with Mariah and Tessa, this was Kate's best acting in a very long time. Yeah. Now, do I agree with that? I mean, she's had her moments. Shout out to Kate, by the way. But I'm just like, why are we doing this? Like, what is the point of all this? And I said to myself, they're wrapping up the Dumas storyline. By the way, take a shot. And now this better be the next chapter of your book, Josh, for Young and Restless. I need to know what. I need to know why. I need to know how come. I need to know the because why. And if you don't have
also you know who that dude is. Is he somebody so important? Does he have ties to somebody in General City? But you know who he is. Who is he?
Let me watch. Wait a minute, I'm gonna predict this. Wait a minute. The guy's gonna somehow be Tessa's dad.
I thought the same thing. That she fucked with Tessa's dad.
Okay, so right now, as far as we know, she got drunk and she hooked up with the older guy. And that's what we know right now. And
we don't even know if they had sex.
you know what's the thing? Tessa was so quick to forgive her. Like, well, I mean, it's happened before. I forgave it before. I could just forgive it again. I'm sorry, what? And another thing I don't like is Mariah's just taking over, just railroading. First of all, you didn't ask me what my schedule is and if I'm okay with your schedule you made up. I'm half the child's parent too, or the child, you know what I mean. What are you doing? Like, she's just totally taken over. Like, okay, we're done. We're separating. Here's your paper. Like, she's the mom. I'd be like, you won't talk to me like that. I'll go get my own lawyer and you'll hear from me. Don't worry. Like, what are you doing? I understand PTSD. Trust me, I do. But you're married. You can't just walk in and go, you know what? I
I'm
don't want to
done.
tell you the truth. It's a secret, so I'm just not going to say anything. And we're separated now. Bye.
Doesn't know
What?
what the secret is.
I know.
It's gonna be
Amanda,
August.
Sudden.
It won't
Amanda,
know.
say hi to Bo Berry. That person had your, he was like, I was he or she was like, let Amanda speak, please. So we're letting her speak. We're gonna let her speak anyway. But I want you to say hi to that person because he literally retracted their message. I saw it. And they were on your side. I guess we're talking too much. They're on your side. So there you go.
Sorry.
Yes.
Maybe they like my voice.
Maybe, yeah, maybe,
Or maybe it might be that little dip that's right there. Dip, baby, dip, baby.
Yeah, that's good, Candice. Actually, now that song stuck in my head.
Yes. So I don't know. This storyline, like I said, all like all we know at this point, she got drunk with him. That's all we know. Literally, it's all we know.
Don't worry, we'll find out.
Anything. They don't know anything.
We'll find out. Let me see. This is this week. Let me see. Which week is this? This is the final full week of June. So
Yes.
we'll find out around mid-July. At that, or maybe August.
2026. We'll find out in.
This ain't Days of Our Lives. I ain't gonna let that go. I'm gonna say, because September's rolling around. We got to get other storylines in. But I'm gonna say by mid-August we should know something. But I feel like somebody really just slapped me in the face and said, you know what? You wanted a story from Mariah and Tessa. Here it is. Right. But this is, first and foremost, you're not using. First of all, Michael Swan, shout out to you, sir. Because I'm glad you're back on CBS. You played Macy's dad on Bold and the Beautiful. I thought that CBS, y'all should have did a little promo, like, once upon a time, show Tamara and Michael, they'll catch Tamara beyond the gates. And Michael, you're making Michael Swan really, his character is very creepy. It's giving me actually Freddy Krueger vibes too.
It's like very scary. It's like super creepy.
Right.
I just think it's just during Pride Month.
Right. That's why I said of all for you all to do it now.
To do it. I think during Pride Month, it's kind of offensive to a bunch of folks, not just us, but allies who also
right. Well, it's offensive point blank because here's another thing. I'm so over, and when I say this, I'm not, I'm over mental health storylines on Young and Restless. We literally just got done with the Alan Martin thing. Where's the follow-up to Tracy's reaction and how she's doing? Not so much Sharon and Phyllis, because look, I already told y'all they were never supposed to be friends in the beginning. Okay, thank you.
Sharon's about to have a nervous breakdown.
That's another thing. Like the way she's
lurking behind hedges and mazes, and she's wackadoodle.
She's like this.
She is whack-a-doodle.
She's all like, look, she's all like this against the thing. She's like, her eyes are all
like, who is this?
And not only that, but no, I have another question. Nick, what are you doing? Because at this point, see, okay, yes, I know we jumped from Mariah and Tessa. I know y'all, I know. But I have to get this out. Nick, what are you doing? Because to me, you are leading Sharon on in this point. You're inviting her everywhere and whatnot. If you don't want to be anything else, then, but at the same time, I said to myself, Seth, he does not want her to be left alone so she can start going cuckoo. Like he's kind of babysitting her without her knowing.
Both of them.
Phyllis,
But I want to say this: it's more so like Phyllis is Phyllis. We know Phyllis is Phyllis, but with Sharon, especially because they've been having talks lately about their relationship. You know, like he said to her, you know, there's times where you look at me and it's like you want to kiss me or something. I'm like, okay. And then there's times like when she's like saying, you know, if we go to Paris together, you know, everybody will see us together. And like she's like this, she reminds me of a high school kid with all these big dreams and everything. And you got Nick who's like, you know what? I'm just cool, man. Like I just look good.
Yeah, he's playing it weird. I agree. He's playing it.
But I have to
weird.
give that moment to Michelle Stafford where she's in the maze by herself. And you see Phyllis freaking out.
Yeah.
She's looking here. She's by herself. She doesn't know where to go. And you saw her. I think the both of them honestly haven't addressed what happened to them. They're just barreling forward with whatever to avoid the trauma.
I agree.
Try and pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Just under the rug and keep going.
And Nikki's not having it. She was like, I was laughing some Victor. He's like, no, she's like, no. I think he promised me. I was laughing or whatever he promised me. Nikki's not having it. After all these years, she still don't like Sharon. All right, we're gonna end it here anyway because it's almost time for Bold and Beautiful. We're gonna do Bold and Beautiful. So we talked about it all, kids. We will be back, and so actually I changed the schedule. We'll be back next week. It is my mother's birthday, but I'm celebrating it differently with her because of some recent things. But so next Sunday we'll be back, but we won't be here after that for 3 weeks. So I'll be out of town. So it'll be like July 20th. We'll be back after that. But we will be here next week because I want to see what happens this week and all this kind of stuff. Yes, Candice, Mack.
That's too long.
I know. I'm traveling a couple of those Sundays. I'm actually traveling cross country. I'll be in Indiana. Folks, I have very fun stuff happening in Indiana. If you're following me, you'll see it. Trust me. I hate being gone that long, but it's just really a business move that could change my life. So that's why I'll be gone. But we'll be here next week.
Our lives.
Change all our lives. Everybody, shout out to everyone out there who watched it. We had 72 people at the most here. Thank you so much. I know, Letitia, I wish I could do Beyond the Gates. I don't have enough time in the world. It's just I don't have enough time.
You have to get ready for the Santa Barbara after show, you guys.
There's so many shows, you guys. There's so many shows. I wish I could. I wish we could. Maybe one day, I don't know, but just right now I can't add that on. I wish I could. You know, I'm watching it. I love it. I love it. Yes, I'm out of town for the first half of July. So yes, and no, James not doing about. I just said James is not doing a Beyond the Gates recap show.
Or could he do one once a month, you guys, with the panel?
Possibly.
With a panel. There you go.
Possibly. But just still watch the channel. We got lots of content, soapy content that'll be on this channel over here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes or so, talk about the bold and the beautifuls. Thank you to everybody who listens to this show. You podcast listeners are the bomb. You give us great numbers. You're just as important as the seeing eye people. And we'll talk to you next time.